The country voted for change in 2010. 2 years into the Obama presidency, Americans sent his Democratic majority in Congress packing.
I'm not recommending for every future president that they take a shellacking like I did last night.
Voters, disillusioned with Washington and frustrated over the sluggish economy, handed Republicans control of the House. The Tea Party Express rolled across the country, energizing Republican and independent voters and helping candidates outside the GOP establishment win their primaries. Many are now headed for Capitol Hill, but not all of them made it through the wacky campaign season.
I'm not a witch.
Former Republican vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin threw her support behind more than 50 candidates. More than half won their races. She took her own warm-up lap for a possible presidential run in 2012, visiting Iowa.
Great to be in the Hawkeye State.
And crisscrossing her home state for a TV show about Alaska.
On a really clear day, you can see Russia from here. Almost.
President Obama chose New York City native Elena Kagan to replace retiring Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens.
I just asked you where you were at on Christmas.
She charmed the Senate Judiciary Committee with her quick wit.
You know, like all Jews, I was probably at a Chinese restaurant.
Congress, the courts, and military brass battled over the military's don't ask, don't tell policy. The House, then Senate, passed a measure to repeal the ban, paving the way for openly gay men and women to serve in the armed forces. The Army four-star general commanding U.S. and international forces in Afghanistan resigned after he publicly criticized the Obama administration for its handling of the war. Months of heated wrangling over health care reform produced the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act.
The bill is passed.
Congressional Democrats and President Obama celebrated the massive overhaul of the nation's health care system. While the ink on the landmark legislation was still drying, Republicans pledged to repeal it. They were able to find compromise with President Obama on taxes in the nick of time. Congress passed a contentious extension of Bush-era tax cuts for all Americans just before heading home for the holidays. Joel Brown, CBS News, Washington.